Oh, this is good, actually. This is Michael Malice talking about, well, you'll see. Let's put it on.
I think people underestimate to what extent privileged, especially white women, are willing to sacrifice their children for the altar of status. For them, having a trans kid is like winning the lottery, right? And you laugh, but it's really the case. It's very disturbing. They're the only ones bringing their kids to drag shows because for these affluent white female liberals, awfuls, a man in makeup is like the second coming. And they're showing dad or their husband or whoever how enlightened they are because this is what corporate media tells them. So they can't wait to bring their kids and show how with the program they are. So they are a menace. And this, in my opinion, is Munchausen's by proxy. They're torturing their kids for the sake of status and accolades.
Yep. Because it is a crazy idea, right? Like this redefinition of gender is crazy. It makes absolutely no sense. How can gender be a social construct and yet you're born in the wrong body? That makes no sense. That's a major contradiction right there, right? That's a major incoherence in the theory right there, right at the start. Right at the start, it's like, oh, well, this doesn't make any sense. Instead of like, well, I guess we'll just move on from that. No, let's just build up this this bizarre new redefinition of the word gender, which used to be just synonymous with sex. When we talk about sex and gender, it was just the same thing until fairly recently, at least popularly, at least outside of universities. And now it's been redefined. Gender has been redefined as this abstract concept, this unfalsifiable abstract concept, which could just be anything. I mean, we've been told there's infinite genders. Maybe there's 87, maybe there's 120, maybe there's an infinite amount. I think that's what the plus is for in the LGBTQ plus. Because what's a plus, right? Plus is just more. We don't know what it is yet, but we're sure it's there. They can be pluses for now, and they'll get a different letter later, I guess. It's just, the plus is just the infinite whatever people can come up with. They're a frog gender, they're omnigender. If your ideology, if your scientific theory, say, about gender has something called omnigender, which is all genders at once, right? Then your theory is bullshit because that's absurd, and it's absurd on its faith. What they've done is, in their woke religion, they've just created these articles of faith, and gender being one of them. You just have to take their word for it. You can say, well, how can gender be a social construct, but also somebody be, a 6-year-old be born in the wrong body? Well, that conflicts with their religion. They just shrug it off and go, no, it has to be taken as an article of faith. You just have to believe. And if you don't, well, then you're a fascist, apparently. It's like, I don't know. I feel like I say this on every single live stream, but it's for the useful idiots, for the masses of the useful idiots. Really what it is just anything that feels left, right? And because it's progressive, it has to keep moving to the left. So it's not, you wonder how how their ideas can be so incoherent, because there is no real foundation to it. There's no core to it. It's just simply what feels left. So if something feels left, if the newspapers and the MSNBC is signaling to them that this is the right thing to believe, they'll just go with it. If you're immersed in leftist culture, there's no win for you in thinking about things, right? Because when you have an incoherent ideology, if you allow yourself to think, you're going to start to question it. That can be uncomfortable. That can cause some psychological discomfort. So it's best just not to think, just to act, just to go with it, just to put that thing, that flag, whatever it is, in your bio, on your social media. Just keep going into the thing that feels left. It feels like it would be the acceptable thing. It feels like the thing that a reporter from the New York Times would approve of. And it's dangerous, because if that's what's the motivating factor, you can get people to do pretty much anything.